Okay.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of Iron Bros podcast. The Arnold Classic's tomorrow, man.
It is.
I looked at the schedule. Arnold Classic is tomorrow. I want to dive into predictions. Classic Physique starts tomorrow and prejudging for open bodybuilding. Do you guys know who's competing? I have like a vague idea.
I just know like the two front runners for open, Hottie and
Samson.
Hottie, Samson.
Dude, I think Samson.
You think Samson?
I think Samson.
Hottie.
I think Hottie.
I like Hottie.
You like Hottie?
Yeah,
I like Hottie too.
His
But
conditioning is unparalleled, you know?
Yeah, I agree with that.
So if he improves a little bit from the Olympia, I just feel like it's just hard to beat him.
it is,
agree.
especially with his conditioning is like top
I
tier.
don't see him coming back. He was pissed that he lost, as he should be.
So
I don't see him not coming back sharper and better. So
Yeah.
And Samson hasn't really nailed the look yet.
who won last year?
The Arnolds.
Samson.
Samson. So Samson is.
years like
So Samson's defending.
Nick.
yeah, but Hottie like has always placed higher, you know.
That's true. However, I look at it in terms of longevity and the forecast. Hottie's getting older. Samson's still young.
I just
So
feel like if Hottie
Hottie,
loses the Arnold, where do you go from there?
you retire.
And he's not going to do that yet because
Exactly.
not going to lose that country's help.
Yeah. So it's just like. I don't know. I feel like as he gets older, the one thing he's like the detail in his back is like still there, but it's slowly fading as he gets older.
So is that what you want to tell the Persian wolf to his face?
Dude, I
He's
would.
gonna eat you.
He'd
Are you
bark.
kidding me? I would look at him. Well, I don't know if I'd look up or down. Is he tall?
No.
He's not tall.
No.
He wouldn't even know what I said. He would just go back to me and be like, "Aha!" And I'm like, "Okay."
Jesus.
Listen, I think Hottie's still sharp and young enough to win this year. I think he will win. I think Samson's gonna get second. I'm trying to pull up the list because I don't know who
I don't
else
really
is.
know.
I know there's guys like
I don't think there's a guy that can like. I don't see them not being 1 and 2 unless they don't go to the show.
for sure.
You know.
There's guys like James Hollingsted.
I'm
Anton.
excited for him. Surprisingly,
What'd you say?
He always looks a little bit better going in, and then something
stage,
happens.
yeah.
Or whatnot. It's just. He's
I've-
good, but like I said, they beat top 2 dogs.
yeah,
That's not.
I
easy.
just like
It's
him
the
just
top- it's the best
because I met him at when we were in when everyone was in Ohio. Like Ant and Vaughn trained together that day.
Here we go.
Brett was training with James Hollingshead, so I got to meet him. Dude, he's just a man's man, bro. He is strong as hell.
one. Very strong.
He's a built
Yeah,
motherfucker.
I've seen him train. I've seen him in the videos. Oh my God, there's some
Good
okay,
names?
So there's good names here, but I believe a lot of people got like knocked out, like Andrew Jacked, right?
Oh,
You got to get a recent list. Yeah, a lot of people dropped out.
Damn. Okay, well, you have Akeem Williams in here, Justin Rodriguez, James Hollingsted, John De La Rosa, the horse guy from Brazil, Samson Hottie, Rafael
It's
Brandao,
it's a 4-letter name.
Akeem, Anton,
say?
Justin, Rubio, Andrew, John, Samson Hottie, the top guy?
what are you looking for, Kyle?
No, I thought I saw another name competing. It was supposed to be decent.
So,
Yeah, I try to find the most updated list. I can't imagine someone jumped in, so maybe I'm just thinking of something else.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think Justin, we saw him here. He was actually at this gym.
Really? You saw him recently?
Maybe
Justin-
4 weeks ago. He was 6 weeks out. That's
Rodriguez?
Yeah.
He was here?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck. Is he local to here? Is he like north?
Hour and 20 away.
Is he in Jersey, though?
Yeah.
Oh, shit. I didn't know that. Okay.
He competes a lot, so he's someone that it's just challenging when you compete often. You're
Yeah.
bringing the shape that's needed versus just 1 or 2 times a year.
Yeah.
So he's taking a little bit more of a break than usual. So I'm hoping that he has the sharpness he needs.
Looks refreshed, you know?
Yeah, when I saw him here for 6 weeks out, I didn't think he was where he should be,
He was behind?
in my opinion.
Oh, fuck. Well,
So
them pros, they got them tricks. They got them secrets. Kick
All
it
right,
into gear.
Let's go into Classic then.
Yeah.
And let's try to give a top 5 here.
Who's
I
competing
have
in
the
Classic?
list. All right, so here we have the list here. We have Wesley Vissers, who have been watching his YouTube videos.
Okay.
We have Anton Loth, Michael DeBow, Courage Opara, Emmanuel Riccoti, Terrence Ruffin, Urs, Eric Brown Jr. Actually, that's funny. I remember him on stage last year, I believe, and his wife was next to me, or girlfriend. Ramon, Breon, guy named Damon Patrick,
Antoine?
and Darren Farrell.
Did you say Antoine?
Huh?
Antoine?
Up here?
Antoine's doing.
There's another Anton.
Loft.
Yeah.
Anton Loft.
Oh, that's right. Antoine, is he doing open?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck. I wonder how he's going to do.
Zeke. Yeah, he's been around for a bit. Bubbly guy. When he
Yeah.
nails it, he looks pretty good. But again, I don't think top 3.
No,
You know.
unfortunately.
Okay.
So, for Classic, who do you think's taking first? Ramon or Urs?
Ramon. I think Ramon's still ahead of Urs in terms of bodybuilding.
Yeah.
I think the top 5 will be Ramon, Urs, Breon, or I could see Michael DeBow, then Breon, and then Wesley.
Wesley, wow.
I think Wesley will be top 5. I'd hope for higher too. I like his physique. It's very unique.
But does he have the legs? Because that was always his biggest thing.
I think he'll be a top
You
5
don't
guy.
think Terrence would be there?
Oh shit, Terrence too. Fuck, forgot about that.
You didn't say you already locked in your top 5, buddy. You can't forget. No, you were a judge. You lost.
Get over him, dude.
You're biased. You
Dude.
lost.
Terrence definitely watches
That's
it
crazy,
too, right?
man.
He definitely does.
You didn't even put him in the top
Dude,
5.
Terrence, man. Don't unfollow me on Instagram. Fuck.
Damn.
Shit.
I mean, I would have moved Michael DeBow and Terrence. That would have
Dude, you don't know how Michael DeBow looks.
He looks pretty good.
Does he?
Dude, he was standing next to what's his name? Rafael,
Branda?
the Brazilian,
Yeah.
the Brazilian bodybuilder, and he looked bigger than him.
See, all I know, bro, is whoa. Oh, I remember him from the Olympia.
Dude,
I think he could do well.
yeah, he's always shredded.
Dude, all I know is Terrence is going to be the best damn poser there.
Oh, for sure.
Always,
Without a doubt.
Do they have an award for that there?
They do.
They
The
do.
Arnold Classic does have a Best Poser award, so that'd be cool to see. I'll be watching that live stream. I got to figure out. Prejudging is when I train tomorrow, so
Yeah.
you got to try to figure out what I'm going to do there.
Is Ryan Terry competing?
Ooh, Ryan? No way.
No,
he was
no
just
way.
at the Gymshark event in Miami.
Oh, that's right. He was. Oh, fuck.
So
So, I mean, men's physique.
they had men's physique too. I want to see if there's any guys
Who the hell
I'm
is...
familiar with.
I don't even follow men's physique anymore. It's crazy. I used to a lot.
I respect it, but I don't care for it.
I mean, I respect it. It's
Obviously,
the
I have
same.
men's physique guy. It's just I get them in shape. It's just a different look
Yeah.
overall. So for me, I guess everyone
You could burn their legs away and not give a shit. You're like, you know
can
what?
relate to. I can't relate to being. I'm a box man, you know. Like, I just don't relate to a men's physique competitor. So
Dude.
I never took a liking into it.
Bro, I've
I
been
think
looking-
they have impressive physiques. A lot of them.
My money is
I've been
on
looking at
Victor.
them.
Victor Shavs.
Who the hell
I
is
like his
that?
physique.
Yeah, I don't even know who that is. That's to the point where I'm at.
Is Diago
Look at that
competing
front
there?
pose. It's pretty gnarly.
Oh,
For
wow.
men's physique?
Yeah. He's been on my Explore page a lot.
His lats. He's very bubbly.
Not bad.
Yeah. Kyle, man, I've been waking up in the mirror recently. It's a sign like, all right, Grant, stop fucking around, stop being like an
So
asshole.
you're gonna get into shape?
Bro, I've been looking at myself and be like, bro, I'm looking like a box. Next thing you know, I'm turning into a
Too young
cookie
to look
monster.
like a box, my boy.
What?
You're too young to look like a box.
It's starting to look boxy.
I look in the mirror and I see happiness.
Yeah, you see a fucking V. You see a Dorito chip.
Dorito chip.
Fucking
Favorite
damn.
flavor Dorito?
Sweet chili.
You know, the only time I eat Dorito is that the purple bag.
Yeah.
The only time the client shows up.
The only time I eat Doritos is when you give it to me at a show.
I think the last time other than the Super Bowl, before that,
You
I
had
ate
those-
on show.
You were smoking sweet chili.
Yeah, I'm like, let's get the 2 big bags. He's like, okay.
Yeah, I remember that. You tell us to get Doritos. What's
Yeah,
the
you'd
typical
also-
thing you get to us?
You'd also eat Reese's cups. Not for the clients, just for you. I remember, where was that? Oh, dude. I remember we were in the hotel room somewhere and you had a fucking king size wrapper just laying on your chest.
You're making shit up now. There's
That's probably
no proof to
that's probably
that.
Universe in 21. Remember you were out on the floor?
Oh, I have the video. I have a video of it. Yes, it's in one of the YouTube videos.
I was wiped out that day.
How exhausting is it to be at shows?
Now I'm more. I'm better with time management now, so I kind of like can say, "Hey, like Anthony, I need you pictures at this time." Versus before, I kind of just gave them more freedom, I guess. So when I had like 5 or 6 people, it was like I try to time it where I'm like, "All right, I'll be in your room from 8 to 8:30. I'll be in this room from 8:30." It was like tough. I was just running around like a hyena.
Chicken without a head.
Yeah,
Dude.
but It gets tiring because I guess I don't sleep as much, and then most of the time when I finally get to wind down, say it's like 11 p.m., people are getting up. I asked to get up at 5:30. They're like, I couldn't sleep, coach. And I'm like, shoot me, man. So that means I can't sleep. Because I'll keep the phone on. Just you never know what could happen, right? Whether it's like an emergency or I don't want them to, when sometimes when people are by themselves, they don't have, I am the support system. So if they wake up freaking out at 4 a.m., it's just like, all right, I'm here.
You gotta go
Let's
cuddle,
hear it, man.
Yeah.
Like, what's up? I can't sleep. I can see that. Like,
Yeah.
you're texting me. But
I hope it's not. Last show I did not sleep. I slept maybe 2 hours, and I'm hoping this year. It's feeling already like it's not going to be an issue.
that's
Bro,
good. So
I'm
you
there.
want to be able to sleep. And the better you look, like I said, going in, the more confidence you have, the more polished the look is going to be.
You know what?
And sleep is going to be the final thing that's needed.
You know what the funny thing was? I didn't sleep not because I was nervous. I was excited. I was excited 'cause I thought it looked really
It's a
good.
little bit of both, though. I know you're
I know.
excited, but I feel like it's inevitable to be nervous.
Yeah,
Bro,
Especially
I'm
when you put any kind of pressure on yourself. And,
for sure.
gonna be in the room next door, bro. If you're not sleeping, I'm gonna just
No, it's not going to help.
Knock your ass out.
It'll be quiet.
But that's why you definitely want to get in a good rhythm with
schedule.
sleep.
For sure.
Because if you're not, I use James as an example because his sleep is horrific. If you're used to going to bed late and then all of a sudden you just want to start to go to bed early,
5, yeah.
it's not going to happen.
No.
So, but if you're programmed a few weeks out where you're going to bed at like 9 or 10 p.m.,
That's my goal.
then you'll be really good.
You've been
Starting
doing
around.
good,
You
though.
tired already?
No, bro.
Okay. I just woke up, man.
I know. I woke up, I wake up at 8.
Well, you're in
gotta
the
do cardio.
early part of your day.
Dude, my 25 grams of carbs this morning was banging.
That's good. It's 25 more than I had. You'll be all right. You'll live.
At 3 weeks out is when I want to start resetting my sleep schedule to like go to bed at 10, wake up at
7,
5, 7. That's 9. That's
9 hours.
9
You're
hours
right.
of sleep. 6, 10 to 6, and then wake up. I can wake up on show day an hour.
Try to
earlier.
get 10 to 6. If you can start the
Yeah.
program 10 to 6, I think that'd be really good for
Yeah,
you.
At least 8 hours.
yeah.
Yeah.
10 to 6 would be sick.
Because you got to think, if you don't go to bed till 10 and you already have your alarm set for 6, it's going to take you a good...
30,
I
45.
can go to bed pretty quick, but most people can't do that.
Yeah,
but I still wake up.
You can.
If I put my head on the pillow, it's game over.
I
Like,
wish.
you can count down from 5 minutes and I am gone.
Allie's the same way.
For sure. If I
Allie's
watch
the same
TV,
way.
I'm dead.
Fuck.
But
Dude,
I'm
my-
always on the move. So when I finally settle down, it's like, that's it.
Mm-hmm.
But then I'll get up. So.
See, like, bro, my brain's always on the move. So, like, my
Same.
mind is always racing.
So you need to create a habit to where before bed, like it's always like cliche. I never really bought into it. I was like, all right, what is these like weirdos that are preaching this shit know? Because they don't even do it themselves 90% of the time.
What, manifestation?
No, like, like have this nighttime routine. Don't look at your
yeah.
phone. I'm like, bitch, you're looking at your phone scrolling. Shut up. Like, I'm not
Yeah.
stupid. But it definitely helps. So like an hour before bed, I go into sleep mode, as you know, sometimes. I think it notifies you. And I just put my phone on a charger and I'm like, that's it. That way, at least before bed, I'm not sitting there. Because before you know it, I'll see like an animal video, makes me laugh, some weird gorilla things,
You'll see a cookie, start
and I'm like,
drooling.
"Ooh, cool. Then you get to workout things, start watching videos, and it's game over.
Yeah.
So I've had too many years of that happen. So now I know better not to even put the temptation.
I'm good when I put my phone on charge. Like I don't pick it back up, but I'll just sit there with my eyes closed. And I need like silence to go to bed. And my cats lately have been horrible. They run around. So I go to sleep around like 12 right now, right?
Yeah.
A little bit later, like 12:30. Wake up at 8. And my cats will like run around. They're not settled anymore at nighttime. They run around. And then at around 2, they start meowing. So I wake up. I put them into my guest room, lure them with treats within my guest room, lock that door, and I go back to bed. I'll wake up to pee at like 4 or 5. Went back to bed. And then at 6, I heard them meowing, and I heard the garbage being taken out from our apartment complex. So I wake up a little bit throughout the night.
Why don't you just put I know you always mention putting the cats into that guest room, but how come you don't do that before you go to bed initially?
I was thinking about it. I'm not opposed to it.
Allie is.
Allie probably is. And
Why don't you
does
just
she
sleep
know?
in the guest room?
what?
Just sleep in the guest room.
The light. I need the blackout curtains. I mean, I could buy another thing of blackout curtains, sure. But that bed also, that bed is not that comfy to me.
That was the Florida bed.
I hated that bed. So
Yeah, I mean, I guess maybe for the last couple of weeks, put the animals away a
what I'm
little
gonna do is
earlier.
put them away and then buy earplugs so I don't hear them meowing, and they could just suffer.
Smart.
They could just sit there.
You're not like a white noise kind of guy or anything like that. A rain.
Allie was, and she tried bringing that into my life, and I cannot do
like
that.
it.
No.
Dude, I just need pitch black, darkness.
Funny enough, I remember when I was 17, and I slept over with Lex. He had to put on the TV like 10 hours of white noise, and it was loud as shit. White, like a fan.
Some people need it, but you also get into this habit of how you've lived life.
Yeah.
And you think that's the only way until you're told otherwise.
Yep.
Dude, that's insane.
Did you close on your house?
Next week.
Next week,
Yeah, man.
Exciting.
Next chapter.
let's go.
Yeah.
Did you see other news? So Arnold, classic. Jesse once again is a speaker on the panel.
Really?
Yeah, him and Noel. They're the
Awesome.
two speakers for the what panel is it?
I'm not sure what panel, but I saw that it was advertised.
But like, bro, that's crazy.
Yeah, Jesse making big
Dude.
moves.
Very cool.
Okay, what's going on with the trend of Noel's doing it and Jesse's also doing it
Oil
now?
stuff?
Huh?
Oil?
Yeah, what the fuck is that,
I don't
bro?
Oil what?
I didn't know what it meant. I imagine, the only thing I can assume, I might not even be right, is like they're going to oil their body as if they were like going on stage. That's what I think.
What is going on?
No, it's baby oil. Oil that Noel's just like, if I hit 1.4 on his second one, him and Jesse are gonna oil each other up on the Arnold Classic stage and like have like a fight of some sort, like a pill.
Oh, I thought it was like more like a posing thing. That's what I was guessing.
Oh,
That's where the
dude.
oil came from. I don't know. Seems
Jesse
weird.
said too, if he hits 1.5 mil, he'll
what?
oil up.
1.4. He's 120,000 away from when I looked yesterday. So he's probably
He's almost at 1.5.
1.4. He changed it to. Or it's
Wait.
been 1.4 advertised now. Yeah. Go to his story. It's a nice way to get followers, I guess.
Oh, followers.
Yes.
Oh.
Go to Jesse's page. So what does he add as we have this conversation?
1.2 mil.
So apparently, we go to a story. His last story from yesterday. I saw it this morning.
Dude, he was
He's
sitting
like-
at like 1.1 like a week, like a few days ago. So he getting a
That's
lot.
quick.
Holy shit.
Jeez. That's cool. I haven't like seen shit on Instagram lately, so.
Yeah. I saw that and I was just like, what?
How's your Instagram doing?
Jesse's one actually trying to help me get it back, and I asked him for an update, and there is none. So
Maybe he's too busy oiling.
yeah,
No, it's tough. It sucks. It's a shitty thing.
I got some good photos the other day too to post. So kind of sucky.
Like I told you from when it first happened, just as long as you get it back by 4 weeks out, you'll have a nice 12-week run of
Yeah,
quality,
photos.
high
Oh, bro,
quality images and videos.
I reverse well.
No, but I'm saying leading up to the show and stuff.
Yeah.
It's exciting.
Yeah.
Have you
wanted
been
to miss
enjoying
that.
your time?
Off Instagram.
Yeah. Well,
sure.
not like, obviously you have a second one, whatever, but like having to be like a public figure with a lot of eyes on you, like, is it kind of nice to get that pressure lifted
Honestly,
for a little bit?
I think the best way to. That's a great question. I like it. Great question for the podcast. So, obviously, I'm still doing social media with like YouTube and stuff. But what has helped with the no Instagram is the fact that I don't see what everyone else is doing. So me being on my path of the success I
Yeah.
want in my path,
Yeah.
I'm doing it. I'm checking all my boxes, but I'm not comparing myself with
To
anyone
others.
else.
Yeah.
Or seeing, oh, this is how this person looks, or this is what this person's doing, like that Jesse thing, him gaining followers. Maybe I would have got in my head, holy shit. Comparing when I first met Jesse, he had less followers than me, and now he's at 1.4 mil, and I'm at 200K and no account. You know,
Yeah.
me, I okay, cool. Like I don't care.
Yeah.
So it's been a big like
Blessing in
relief.
disguise.
Yeah, blessing in disguise. It's been helping me out, and honestly, like maybe making me look a little sharper in prep. Who knows?
I think social media is a big distraction for most.
It is.
90% of people, not even just bodybuilding. If you're just everyday life, your productivity. If you pay attention to how much time you're on the app,
Yeah, dude. Imagine. Sorry.
okay.
Back, like I wish I was in high school when there was no phones. Everyone seemed so socially happy, like extroverted, excited to talk to everyone. You know, like you're in class and you couldn't be like on your phone and scrolling to like hide away from people.
Yeah.
You'd just be looking at waiting for the teacher to come in and bullshitting until the teacher came in, right?
And then absolutely terrorize their day.
Yeah. So it's like
yeah.
I sometimes I wish I was born
And a
when
different.
you were born, because I could listen to Sum 41 in high school.
Kyle, what year were
Definitely
you
good.
born in?
It doesn't matter. Okay,
Yes,
but
but
people, I didn't have a phone in high school until junior year.
Did you listen to Sum 41?
Yeah.
What were your like go-to bands growing up?
Bands?
Or like, I guess, artists? You look like more of a hip hop guy.
He looks like a rapper. You just definitely like to.
You look like you like hip hop.
What makes you think I look like hip hop?
based off the crowds you.
See, when I saw photos of you before bodybuilding,
Yeah.
you look like the guy that'd wear a flat brim snapback, crooked, with a jersey on, and very low shorts and Jordans.
Well, I came from one extreme to the other, I guess, because I was from Lakewood originally, and that was it was comprised of, I was a minority, I guess you could say, right? So then going to Brick at the time, Brick has changed a little bit since.
Yeah.
That was predominantly Caucasian, skating, Element, PacSun, all the Abercrombie shit.
Understood.
So I was definitely, I remember when I first went to school, I'm used to wearing like jerseys, like basketball jerseys and stuff.
Called it.
And I just didn't fit in. I was just like, oh, okay, like this is different.
Dude, maybe they got attention from girls from that.
I didn't really talk to her. I don't know. I studied and I played my video games, man.
Yeah.
You were like in junior year of high school.
We don't need to see that shit.
I'm so curious.
Yo, I've met his mom. I'm going straight to the source.
I met his mom too.
Let me see the baby photos. Let me see the baby photos.
My yearbook photos, I have like a couple. You take pictures every year. A couple wearing jerseys.
I want to see just like a funny photo of like you with like a pal. In, like,
Why is it funny?
I just want to see a photo of you and a pal in the hallways. It'd be funny to me because like
it's hard, but you got to think some of those photos that you're trying to emulate to see don't exist because no one had the phone to take the picture.
Yeah,
you know. But it was different. But no phones. So what you're saying is funny because I saw that I was living inside the change when it was happening.
Yeah.
And by the time I was in college, I still didn't really have social media, Facebook, but by my senior year of college, you're checking your phone often.
yeah.
You're on your computer all the time. You're on your phone. Whereas just a few years before that, I mean, I just got a phone. I had the T9 texting, so you were cool if you could like not look and like just sit there and like pound the keyboard and hit the right letters. And now that's like not even a thing.
No.
You know, so it's definitely different. But I think not having social media is, I'm glad that you are seeing the benefits of it.
Yeah.
Sure.
Obviously, like I said, for you, the reason I encourage you getting it back is more for career development and business, because that's what primarily why you got into this to a degree is in terms of being able to make it your career is what the goal was. But it's definitely a distraction. Like a lot of people, oh, what do you think of this person?
Yeah.
I don't really care what this person's doing. Oh, what do you think of their opinion? I don't give a shit about their opinion. This is what they make content so that people like you get distracted enough to look into it and then whatever. Like again, it's a business, so I need to use it. So I took the first 2 months of 2024 off.
Yeah.
Next, I'll start using it again.
So
people are in prep. I need to repost stuff.
You'll start posting prep photos soon.
Yeah, I need to, because why wouldn't I? It's kind of silly.
So, what year did you graduate from Rutgers? Did you go
2014.
2014. All right, so we're exactly 10 years.
It'd be 10 years.
So we're exactly 10 years. Look how fast, because Instagram, I believe, came out in 2012.
Yeah.
So 2 years before you graduated. Instagram's been for 12 years, but now look how fast like the landscape of the platform has changed. How do you think over the course of the next 10 years the fitness industry will change for the worse and for the better?
I don't think Instagram would be a thing. Instagram would be what Facebook is now. No one really uses Facebook, right?
You think Instagram's going to be like that one day?
Yeah, for sure.
You
Dude,
think
so we got to get on our asses and start making the next social media platform.
People are probably mapping it out already. Somehow,
yeah, but like
you know?
how
will fitness play a role with that?
So, well, no, in my mind, I look at it like when you look at all the social medias, they basically solve, well, except especially for Facebook and Instagram. Instagram solves a lot of the problems Facebook had. So Facebook was meant as just like a community wall. You interact with people on their feeds, on their pages, but it wasn't really a good platform for the creator to share their own perspective of life with pictures, and that's kind of where Instagram took over. You could post pictures, you could post videos, and that could be a representation of what you...
But did you, I guess, when Facebook was first introduced,
Facebook was
remember,
not locked on, or
the world doesn't know anything, so Facebook...
Yeah.
Okay, kind of, let me write a little bit. The only thing we knew prior to that was your sister is a little older than you, so she can relate. There are like away messages on AIM and stuff like that, and even I was a little older to where I didn't really utilize that a little bit when I was younger.
Uh-huh.
But you never really were in a habit of, let me tell people what I'm doing.
Yeah.
So I guess, was it what you're saying was a problem that Instagram solved? Did people really know it was a problem at the time? Because they never they weren't familiar with doing it in the first place.
Yeah.
But now, fast forward to where we are, everyone's trying to make content, very similar content. It's like very saturated.
Yep.
Something's got to be next.
Yeah, so
Right.
that's where it's just like, what's the...
What would be if I asked you what's the
gonna
problem
be the
right now?
medium?
Like, what is missing? And I think the only thing that's really missing is more of that connection you can make with someone,
Yeah.
right?
So, but then, like, if that's the thing, if it's the connection, then immediately what comes to mind is, okay, how do you have a platform that enables you to build a deeper connection? It's live interaction with your audience. So it'd be live streaming, which they already have. I'll tell you right now, Twitch, fucking, it's hell over there. Just the way they treat the creators. And then Kick, Aiden Ross, Kick, it's doing all right, but again, it's very like the landscape of streaming on their platform. It's like there's a million nobodies and like 10 decent people, and then always one superstar. Like Twitch, you could be a nobody and get lucky and like slowly gain a following. I'm looking at Kick, and it's like if you're at the bottom of the barrel, you're staying at the bottom of the barrel. There's no real algorithm to get you to the top. It really looks like it's just a bottleneck for the top creators to keep getting more views. So that's my 2 cents on it.
I just thought of a great idea.
What's that?
Kick streaming workouts. Kick streaming workouts. So train and start up a live stream. Grant's holding it like this. I have a spotter and I'm training. And after my set, I go in the what's up chat and I read the chat, blah, blah, blah. Thanks for the donation. Thanks for this. And then just interact with the
I
chat.
think people could do that, but I just don't know.
It's new. No one's done it in fitness yet. Fuck.
Yeah, it's hard to say what would be next. You know?
Dude, you could definitely do that.
Yeah. I mean, you
The
can
only
even do
thing
that
I'm
with
trying
TikTok.
to think, like, you have to
TikTok
think. I
Live.
think the next thing is people wearing those Apple Vision, like when they're just like glasses, like regular.
Oh,
David Lade bought him yesterday and he FaceTimed me with them on.
Yeah.
And his face.
his face profile was weird, wasn't
It's
it?
AI.
Yeah.
Right.
So it like scans his face, and like his body wasn't his real body. It was like a
That's so weird.
3D scan of his body, and like his face was definitely like automated.
It's like I think how that's going to be useful for fitness, right? Let's just say you put the glasses on
For
right?
fitness?
For fitness, right? You put the glasses. I'm not saying those big goggles I have, but a couple years from now, they will be literally just a glass.
More discreet looking.
Nothing for not even. It's a lens, but it's just.
Yeah.
Think of like when I do the Sir Kyle glasses, right? Just like I don't need glasses.
You have glasses?
No, remember the
He
skit?
doesn't. He doesn't remember.
Oh, for checking someone's like fat or no?
No, it was just his thing. He would put glasses
I
on.
would put
for
glasses
Sir
on
Kyle.
for like product development or just like
Oh,
pretend
yeah.
like a different character, right?
Yeah, when you were doing the raw videos.
Yes.
Yes.
So putting those glasses on, I think, will be like what Apple Vision emulates to be in the future.
Yeah.
How I think it plays a role in fitness is, let's just say, Grant, you mentioned you want to get in different shapes soon, or you want to take
Yeah.
it serious. You put the glasses on. This is my workout. Like you can see, okay, this is what I'm doing next. This is the weight I used last week. This is a video of how to do it.
Oh.
This is
I like
how I
it.
set it up. And then you do it, and then it just computes it right away. So you put 50 pounds on, it plugs it in, you do 10 reps, it counts them somehow.
Yeah.
That kind of stuff would be kind of cool, right?
motion,
if you think
yeah.
about it. And now it tracks all your progress, and you're just going about your day.
So now what we got to do is we got to program an app for those glasses.
I guess, yeah.
Create the app that does that.
Exactly.
All
right,
right. Think if something actually counts your reps in an organic. You know how
Yeah.
I'm sure you use machines at like a Lifetime. Well, I forgot what brand it was. When it counts your reps,
It does?
there's machines that do that.
There's
Yeah,
some,
they're
yeah.
old. They've been around for a while.
Count your reps. Where
I've never
does it...
came across one, but I've heard of them.
Really, you never seen them before?
Hell no.
At Lifetimes, I think they've always had them where they count your reps, and it's like I don't know, it goes by the air pressure or something like that.
That's sick.
Or Workout World's had them a lot, or whatever they're called now. Jersey Strongs. You been to them? No.
I've never been inside.
We got your
Jersey
point.
Strong.
Yeah.
Cool. All right.
Dude, that'd
so
be really dope.
we need an app manufacturer, and that's trademarked and copyrighted already. So we're good.
Yeah. That'd be cool. So that's where I see the future going.
Now, where do you think it's getting worse, though?
In the future?
People
Yeah.
can't speak in person.
Yeah,
there are so
really.
many people I meet. When I still have like client inquiry calls, I always try to do like a Zoom, which is like FaceTime for people that don't know what Zoom is.
Mm-hmm.
And I do that because I don't want to just talk to someone on the phone because I don't know you could be using a different voice for all I know, but I want to actually know there's a human element to you.
Yeah.
Kind of get a sense of like your attitude, your persona.
Yeah.
Are you doing it for the right reasons? When I ask you something, are you like stuck up in your responses? Because words sometimes can be animated. And what I mean by that is if you are someone, we're having a conversation, you inquire with me to work with me, you say, I'm going to take this serious. You know how I am as a person, right? I don't want to work with any Joe Blow. I care about it.
Yeah.
So if I care more than that person, I'm good. I don't want to work with you. You can work with someone else. So as we're having the meeting, if I see you looking off the screen, texting, I'm like, go fuck yourself. I'm good. You're not interested in the conversation. You should be focused on exactly what I say. So I think now people have a hard time communicating. So when I do see them in person or something like that, it's just like awkward. And it's just like interactions you would normally have in school, like you mentioned, waiting for the teacher to come in for class. People just stay on their phones now. I can imagine how it is. They probably don't talk at all.
No.
So all they're talking is predominantly on either a headset playing a video game or on their phone. And everyone cares more about like live streaming for the public than they are for just the 20 people in the gym.
Yeah.
So if you ask them to give a public speech, they're
Did you do good in public speech, like the class?
no, I think I was always probably nervous more so. I
Yeah.
always had that weird butterfly sensation. I think I still would if you put me in front of like maybe like a seminar here or something like that. I think I would still have that initial reaction. But more, it comes down to like more of the more practice you have on anything, more repetition, the more confident you are. Just like you're posing when you go on stage. If you don't pose, I don't know how you are before you go on stage, right? I know you said you're excited, but there's got to be some type of butterfly, just like when you played soccer, I'd imagine, some
Yeah.
type of feeling. You're going to always get that, but it's when it like melts you as a person. And I think Noel spoke about it last year before the Arnold. He was super nervous to do his whatever
Show
Q&A they have for
yeah.
the hour.
Yeah.
He said he was super nervous, but again, I look at him like, you're saying you're nervous. You talk to millions of people. You put out all your content. How can you be
Yeah.
nervous? But it's a different thing.
Yeah.
I don't care how many followers you have, how popular you are. Put you in person in front of just 20 people, you're gonna have a hard time. And I think that's where people are worse. They don't have those social cues anymore because they don't have the practice.
So I remember I'd get butterflies before, like anything that like you have to do, like a soccer game, right? If it means something, I get nervous. But then within it, obviously with time, it eases away.
Yeah.
Same in public speaking. I was a good public speaker, like in terms of like in English class, like when you don't just look down and this is my essay to the class, right? I'd be like, this is my essay to the class, and like be able to look up
Make
and
eye
talk.
contact.
Exactly.
Those things. Yep.
Of course, I'd be nervous waiting for my turn or like waiting to the last one, be like, all right, I'm up. But then when I'm doing it, the butterflies kind of like are numb and I don't feel them no more because now it's
It's
actually
happening.
Do you see? I also think something else that matters. Things I look for when I'm like speaking to someone, like, and I'm not picking on you by any means, but you yawned before as we were having a conversation. To me, like in my head, I'm like, fucking asshole. Like,
Yeah,
why are
yeah,
you
yeah.
yawning? Like, the fuck, is this boring to you? Then think
No,
I.
for sure. I understand that.
So, but like, you wouldn't realize like how many weird cues. Or I think you say sometimes like you were, I don't know if you were posing or something, but you had mentioned. I think you were at some meetup. I don't know if it was maybe in Houston,
Yeah.
but you're like, they just didn't get the idea. Like, okay, like conversation's over. This is awkward. People don't know how to interact.
Yeah.
And it's just like, how do you teach that? Because you were supposed to get that experience in school and things like
In
that.
social settings.
And because people are so fixated on the phones and technology,
escape, yeah.
they just don't know how to interact. So when I talk to someone, I like to make eye contact. As you mentioned, it's hard enough for some people to get in front of a class and this is my essay, you know, whatever it may be. So you doing that is probably very rare. And nowadays in our contemporary era, it's probably like few and far between. They probably really can't do it
Yeah.
at all.
That's crazy.
So that's where I think things have changed. And how do you fix that? I mean, I guess you put those glasses on and it tells you what to say.
Yeah. Holy shit. Imagine kids with the glasses in class and they read their paper. They just look at the class and it's like a teleprompter right in front of their eyes.
Yeah.
Motherfucker.
Yeah, dude.
You think college is going to be the big thing in 50, 60 years from now?
Always. I think education will always be a
The amount of money they have wrapped up in there, that'll.
I think education, like it's taken a turn to where a lot of people don't go to school. They don't think they need to. And you have your generation. Eventually, you guys are going to have kids at some point, not too far away, to come sooner than you think.
Sooner than me for you.
What's that?
You're sooner than me.
Yeah, no, for sure. But you have, and let's just say, what do my parents do for a living? Oh, they didn't go to school. They just like were YouTubers. that's not going to be a job option 20 years from now.
Yeah.
For your kids, right? So it's like, what are they going to do?
Well, you're gonna put them on the path of school, then.
So you need to get educated, and that's where I think so many people now, even from 15, they see you guys that are within that 20 to 25 range, didn't go to school. It worked out for you because you were the first to do it. But it doesn't work like that for everyone.
For sure.
So that's where it's going to be different. So that's why I think school will always be around. And you're always going to need the doctors, the lawyers. You're always going to need these things.
You're always going to need the
your
nail
niche is
techs.
just like exemplified because when people have spare time, they're entertained.
Yeah.
So you're kind of like an entertainer to a degree, you know? Yeah.
That's pretty cool. Damn, that was a good conversation.
Different. Yeah. Get tired of the bodybuilding shit.
But speaking of bodybuilding,
So sweaty.
Back to bodybuilding.
Ant,
Yeah.
you've been getting leaner. You've been getting grainier.
Looking all right.
How are you feeling? This Saturday, what marks 5 weeks out for you?
Yeah, 5 weeks out this Saturday.
And then
how do I
what?
feel?
11 or 12 weeks to the next one?
11.
11 out to the next one.
Yeah, no, I feel good. I had a couple days at the beginning of the week where they were just harder days. I was just like more agitated by anything or anyone. And I didn't want to be bothered. And I also put a little pressure on myself when I was doing my daily YouTube videos. And then I felt the day of just like being agitated. I was like, fuck, I don't want to film, bro. But like, I'm kind of committed to it. I'm like, what do I do? So it's just like a ball of agitation. But besides that, like everything still has been smooth. I feel the hunger, but the hunger's not like crawling at me to like crawl to my fridge and pick up a food and eat it.
So we can take more food away.
You could.
That's all I wanted to know. Make sure
Am I like, I feel like me as a client, I'm never one to complain. I don't think I ever have really. Like you gave me like our plan the other day and I was like, yes, sir. I was like, let's kill it.
You don't complain verbally to me.
Oh shit.
But I know based on your responses when you're like, fuck, this sucks. I'll send you an update. And you're like, you know, some people are like, oh, let me just check the supplementation
PT
section.
schedule,
Let me
yeah.
check the cardio, right?
Yeah.
Because these are things that you don't like or you like. So we don't care about the junk in between. We care about the top and the bottom. I think it was just recently we didn't do a high day, and you're like, no high day, huh? Something like. And in my head, I'm like, I translate that. I'm like, yeah, he was expecting something. He's a little disappointed. Like, like fuck.
But at the end of the day, I'm not.
But I don't look at it. It's not. Some people are very. Really, I got to do this. No, I just fucking said to do it. Shut the fuck up and do it. Like that's what we're here for.
For sure.
So
Yeah, of course. I mean, like on the plan, because if you guys don't know, so my plan, I have like they're set on there. There's a base day, then there's Tuesday, Fridays are high days, and then my rest day I have a training diet. So when that day came of a high day, and he's like, yeah, no high day, I'm like, oh, it's all right.
yeah.
Because like, I expected because it says it on the plan, but he just took it away, which is
So
cool.
it's different, but I think again you're conditioned. You know what to expect to a
Exactly.
degree now. It's not your first go around. For somebody's first go around, sometimes they're just like. One thing I've never done, except maybe when I first started coaching, I don't have like those free cheat meals. And for most people, some people get them because they just have crazy genetics.
The freaks.
A lot of people still coach and promote that, and that to me over time has led to people having a difficult time having progress, and then
Yeah.
also mentally they develop a really poor
Food relationship.
with food because they get to that meal and it becomes how much can I eat today?
Yeah.
I've done it, so I've lived the experience. I know what not to do.
10
'cause
Big Macs.
It's even hard for me. Hell yeah!
So it's funny
Never
because
get my mouth. It's going down.
it's funny because you know what? For that whole prep before I got my first roofie, which was this past Saturday with that burger, that was what 10 weeks where I didn't give a fuck about food. I was going by the hours, checking every box. I'm like, all right, time to eat, and like I'd be annoyed to eat. I'm like, fuck, now I got to get off Fortnite or get off whatever I'm doing to eat.
Yeah.
And then now when there's now like the low days and the high days, I'm like, okay, cool. Like these days kind of suck, but I know like, it's probably a refeed day towards the end of the week. That day is gonna be a cool day. Like, it feels good.
Oh.
So then it starts not tricking my head, but it's like you just know, you know.
And I
hard
guess
days
I
versus
also
easier
like
days.
to try to tell people like when you're getting those cues, those hunger cues, you can observe that. Yeah, I'm kind of more agitated. Like definitely more agitated than I was 2 weeks ago. I'm leaner.
Yeah.
When you start seeing these things, put them together and realize like, hey, your body's looking for food,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and now it's got to start to take your fat away because it has what else it's going to feed itself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So being hungry is a good thing.
For sure.
And I've always said that, even in the midst of off season. If you can be hungry, that's a good cue to have. When you lose your off season, it's just toxic.
You want to know what's cool?
What's that?
Allie eats sugar-free Jello. I don't.
Oh, does she?
Damn, you're throwing her under the bus like that.
Which is fine. So sugar-free gel is something I put in people's plans, usually to kind of
Curb
curb those cravings.
I remember you had that at the bottom of the plan.
And cucumbers too, with the Truvian stevia.
Yo, those slap though.
But cinnamon, yeah, if anybody...
I haven't done that either. I used to do that last prep. I did that. Haven't done it at all.
Once you start, you're not going to stop.
Yeah,
I'm not
that's
gonna
the
start.
thing.
Yeah. So again, what we're referring to is if you take an English cucumber, slice it up real nice,
Thin.
thin. Yes,
So you
not,
get more
not thick
pieces.
pepperoni weird shit. Thin, right? You take a packet of Truvia or two, and some cinnamon. Try it. And I never met someone they think, oh, that's weird. Like I don't like cucumbers, or this is disgusting.
Dude, it's just water.
Try it, and you're gonna be like, oh.
Yeah, not bad.
Okay. But then again, people, oh, what if I did 4 packets? Yeah, it's gonna taste better. Don't do it. That's not the goal. Yeah. But yeah, there are healthier ways to go about it, curb little cravings. And again, I also am trying to take a different approach to where I'm keeping more fruit in your plan and stuff like that. Keeping fiber higher, right? Paying attention to little things that I know will at least keep someone satiated, and more than likely prevent, at some point, inevitably, you're going to be fucking hungry. You're going to have those cravings. But
That's
when
the
you're 2
point.
weeks out and look the part,
Cool.
Good.
deal with
fuck
it, bro.
it.
You got 2 weeks. I don't care.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Versus 8 weeks and you're, what do I do? You know? So,
Something that I always like to do whenever I go and prep is compare the prep I'm in to like previous preps.
Yeah.
And this prep, I think by far is the easiest and
is good.
the best, easiest. Yeah, all those. And then I compare it. It reminds me a lot of my first prep because that first prep, I didn't know what to expect. I just knew I was going to follow everything you told me to do, and I knew I was going to get to my stage ready look, and cool, I'm there. And that's how this one kind of feels like, because like I'm not putting much pressure on myself. I know I'm like it's a smooth sail. I hope so. Hopefully no bumps in the road. And I'm going to get there, and when I'm there, cool. Now it's time to put on a show. And yeah, it just feels like my first prep, which is kind of like cool to feel again, rather than the other ones where like I'm setting an expectation for myself.
Yeah.
You know, I expect to win.
I think you also, people don't realize when you compete so frequently, you lose touch of those feelings potentially because you're just like, oh, I got to prep again. And I'm not saying it's hard. Again, you have the other extreme to where if you take 2 years off, you kind of forget what prep is like, and it might be challenging to get into that routine.
Yeah.
But that's why even when you're not prepping, to still follow a nutritional plan, to still follow workouts, to still hold yourself accountable, take your pictures, pose a little
Keep a
bit.
regimen.
You keep that regimen going so it's not like foreign all of a
Yeah.
sudden, right? And that's the difference. I think you've been prepping for a while. You've lived the lifestyle now, so now it's not too new to you, and now
It's
you're ready to go.
flawless. Yeah. So how many preps have you guys done together now?
6.
You've counted 6.
No, I'm thinking in my head. That's my initial answer.
So
Easterns to Nationals was 1.
Miami, yeah.
North Americans, Atlantic States to Universe. The last one, which is Universe, this is our 5th one.
Okay.
All right, so I remember in the very beginning, I think I was in the middle of a conversation with you and Yanni in Miami, because that's when he competed at Nationals that one year. So did Lionel. We were talking about the fact that since it was Ant's first time really prepping, like not to worry about it, because the more you prep, the easier, not the easier it gets, but the more your body fights less, just because it's already it knows what's
It's
coming.
predisposed. It knows. It's more.
It knows what's coming. So my
Right.
question is for you as a coach, like in terms of like having to make certain decisions and certain moves, do you notice it's a little bit easier on your part just because it's like his body will now listen like seamlessly, whereas in the beginning, like maybe you had to, his body would stall and you had to like work around a stall.
I think it's a really good question. And again, when you get someone that you take out the variable, is this person following the plan? Because that's
Yeah.
always a variable, and most people cheat. They do. There's something they're not doing. But now,
Is that Frank?
That's Frank.
Is that Frank?
no way.
Come on, Frank!
That's crazy. He's doing dumbbell curls with a 25.
You're working hard.
Is it 25? 40.
Hard-working guy right there.
Okay. So, anyway.
Those look like 50s.
Great question. I think, again, I think I lost my train of thought a little bit, but the variable of making sure someone's following the plan is the first thing. But when you work with someone for a couple preps and you take the right notes and you collect the right data, I know how his body transforms, what should happen at certain points versus the first time I'm with somebody, is that water, are they just bloated? Is their weight just sticking? I need to like be confident in the changes I made, or is there something else wrong? Is the person telling me the true story behind the scenes, right? You give me the pictures, your weight, some feedback. Behind closed doors, a lot of people, after the fact, I had someone reach out to me about 2 weeks ago. We did a prep last year. It was the best the person looked, but it wasn't where I know they can be, where they should be, where I was happy with it. And one thing led to another, and they're just like, look, like I was going through these things last year. And I'm just like, in my head, I fucking knew something was good. Something was definitely preventing you from getting to where you should be, because the diet was too hard, the cardio was too high, blood work was okay. There was something else you were doing. You're either closet eating or you had a lot of stress going on. It made sense. So... yeah, I mean, hopefully that kind of answers your question, right? So it makes it easier when you work with somebody and you know how their body should look. And as you're growing, obviously your physique is going to change. So this comparing, I don't always compare 8 weeks out to 8 weeks out, especially as you're maturing. If you're a seasoned competitor and you don't really change much year to year, then it's different. But I know confidently, like more so even Allie, right? I know she's way ahead of where she was last time. So it's not like me worrying. Whereas just 2 weeks ago, in my head, didn't convey it to her. I'm like, I got to get her moving a little bit. I need to be more aggressive. I'm waiting too long. I didn't tell her that, but in my head, I knew like I got to step on the gas a little bit because she's going to start getting these thoughts that I'm behind. And when someone's going to psychologically start thinking that, that's going to start to translate in other aspects of life, especially if she starts to look better. I was like, let me get her ahead. So she's like super confident. And now in 2-3 weeks time, she's like night and day difference.
Yep.
Right. So.
Here, she sent me this morning.
Kyle, is this client? Am I thinking of this client?
No, I don't think so. This client? No, I don't think so.
Okay.
5 weeks out here was last show. 5.5 weeks out.
It's just night and day. You know, it's not even close. So.
Besides, do you see most like seasoned pro bodybuilders and like classic physique guys, with few exceptions, like when they're open, I guess, when they're 8 weeks out, they still look like they're maybe like four weeks out. Like they keep it tight.
They're really good guys.
Like
for staying in good shape.
Like bro, Nick.
Nick is always in good shape. For Nick to be fat, he has to really be off.
He had to let himself go. I've never seen him let himself go.
Yeah, dude. Like he's 12 weeks out right now.
That's why I've always preached, like, keep people lean, whereas you have the old style, like the Dorian Yates, gain 40, 50 pounds. Yes, will that put on more muscle? Sure. But what goes up must come down. So the 50 pounds you put on, it's not just muscle.
Have fun taking it off,
You got to get it off, and it's a pain in the ass. And as you get older, it's just not good for your heart. When I told you my story. I got a 180 I graduated, 170 probably graduated high school.
250.
Got up to 250. I was fat as fuck. I was fat. Looking back, I was like, God damn, I'm fat.
How much you weigh right now?
246.
Wow.
Yeah. Dieted all the way down. Lost 60 pounds. Still wasn't ready for a show. I'm like, damn. Got all the way back to 250.
Yo-yo.
255. Died all the way down. Competed at 198.
Damn.
So I'm no different. But those big swings, sure, I put on muscle. But again, it becomes harder. It's just like, God damn, I got to take all this off.
Yeah.
So some people are always like, hey, I only gained a pound this week. I'm like, do you realize, like, if you gain 2 pounds a month for 6 months of an off season and you're truly lean,
you're 12
that's like
pounds
12
of muscle.
pounds. Like, that's fantastic.
Yeah.
People get too caught up with the scale, and they'll see Nick has grown in the past a lot. Nick has gotten up to, he's been way heavier in the past, but more body fat. And and people see this and they're like, oh, I want to gain 2 or 3 pounds a week. It's not in the cards for you. You're not. It's not your physique. It's different. Anybody could scale chase. That's where you start to go wrong, is when you start getting so fixated. I didn't get better, and it's just like, dude, you're the same damn weight. You're way stronger. You're leaner. You're taking less supplements. You're healthier. This is a win. This is great. But you don't see that sometimes until you get more seasoned.
People get tunnel vision, which is like scary, especially like. So this is where I think we're gonna rewrap to how I think the fitness industry will get worse over the course of the next 10 years. There's a new fad of promoting the use of steroids on Instagram, like reels. Like there's a couple creators that share their actual cycle, then they show the transformation, like, oh, I was a skinny bitch, now I'm not, and they take X, Y, and Z. Like, it's just for me personally, like, again, if that's how you get your views and that's how you make your brand and it works for you, That's fine. But at the end of the day, it's like, I think it's going to bottleneck into a situation where there's going to be a lot of suppliers of gear that aren't real, but they're just making a quick buck. They're selling to the mass of the social media fan base that want to take steroids, fucks them up, and it's just going to lead down like to a really shitty path. Like a lot of kids are going to say, "Oh, I'm on gear now. I'm cool." Like I feel like that's going to be the thing that's
it's the message.
It's a cool thing to do right now, right?
The messages being promoted are. It's pretty horrific if you think about it, right? And it seems like the cool thing. I know exactly who you're talking about. So like, I think they're fucking losers, right? You're losers. Your physiques suck. And they pump gear for what? To promote this message to the 16-year-old that is a kid that was, I have fat genetics. I'm never going to be an Olympian. I'm never going to be Nick. Okay, I could do whatever. I'll never be Nick.
plastic
but I
surgery.
might get this fake, maybe. I might get this like false reality, like, oh, maybe let me take more and let me start earlier. And the problem now, anything you want, steroids are so readily available now that you can literally watch one of these messages of your favorite influencer promoting it, showing how I'm injecting each other, and then you're going to go and do it. And again, you will pay the consequences 10 years from now, health-wise. And when you look at someone, man, you're already starting to pick up on it. When you're 20 to 23, 25, and you look like you're 35, that doesn't reverse. It does to a degree a little bit. I've looked a little older before when I was pushing more, I was stressed, and I was taking more things. And I definitely have looked a little younger since, for sure. But when you're 20, man, you look 30.
Yeah.
And you're bald.
It's rough.
That's like, what are you going for?
Yeah.
Because like, this is like a short chap bodybuilding, man. No matter how good you are with it,
It's a short part of your life.
it's a short part of your life. Eventually, that chapter closes, and you need to move on. Otherwise, you're like that old person that walks around and like, damn, you should have let this go. Like, it's unhealthy. Like,
Dude,
move on.
Give it up. Yeah.
This all bodybuilding is in fitness. So I hate seeing that. It really grinds my gears, man. It pisses me off because it's like a bad message. And nowadays, you have the ability when you get exposure to promote a good message. That's why someone like Sam, I don't knock Sam because he's not going around saying take this, this, and this.
No.
He's promoting training. He's getting a little bit better with his training, which is cool.
Is he?
Right?
It's funny. Like,
I think so.
I haven't. It's like he's one of the most talked about fitness creators right now. Granted, like I barely watch any fitness YouTube. I think the only two people I do watch are the people I work for, Ant and Nick.
Yeah.
That's because I'm making the actual videos. But I just remember when I did watch Sam, I really enjoyed his like. He was grounded. He wasn't trying to sell you something. He wasn't trying to be over the top. Try to be so over.
He doesn't
Fucking
come across
fancy.
like an idiot. I don't think
But-
the kid's a stupid kid.
But I
No,
will
he's
say,
smart.
like his food choices, like when he starts
hard.
pounding back
They're
the
just like a
gallon
kid's
of
food
chocolate
choices,
milk, I'm like, all
But that's
right.
where, like I said, you need to have people in your corner that are like, hey, like, you can get away with that. It's just not the right thing to do.
But he's got Fuad.
I can't even say what I want to say, right? It just doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
But I think at the end of the day, you need to let a kid be a kid to a
Yeah.
degree. Again, as I always say, I point out the landmines. I know people are going to step on them, but in the future, when I point them out, as long as in your head, like, Kyle said this would happen, and like last time I didn't listen to him, it happened. Like, I'm gonna listen to him. That's all I hope for. But I want a kid to be a kid. I want you to make mistakes. It's
Yeah.
kind of like telling someone not to ever date your first girlfriend.
Not ever what?
Huh?
It's like me saying to you, the first person you ever start dating,
Yeah.
you fall in love when you're 15, 16.
Yeah.
Oh, that's going to be the one. No, it's not. It's not. But you have to learn, right?
Yeah.
You learn from experience. It's okay.
Bro, Allie's my first girl.
No, you've had experience with some other girls that you were infatuated with. Linebacker.
Oh, treadmill.
Right. So there are different experiences that you just learn from, man. So, yeah, I don't know. What the hell is that shit?
What's up, everybody?
Frank,
You have
hello.
a question for me?
Do you have any questions for us? I don't have a question for you.
Take a seat, man.
All right. Well, I only have a
Actually,
minute.
yeah. Okay, you have a minute.
Yeah.
Introduce him, bro.
Hey, everyone. This is my best pal, Frank here. Frank Savarese.
That's me. You might recognize me from the 10,000 calorie challenge a few years back. It was a great video.
Junk removal, contact him.
Yeah.
Yes, not officially yet though. You know, we're working on starting the LLC. But yeah,
Very nice. How's your workout going?
Really good, actually.
You seemed pretty animated on your exercise before. I heard you.
Animated. Well,
Yeah.
I don't know about animated is the right word. It was real intensity. You know.
Very nice.
Yeah.
What were you curling? 40s?
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, that's big biceps.
Thank you.
What's your diet like right now?
So pretty much every day I eat ground turkey, ground beef, eggs, honey, fruit, and milk. Half a gallon of milk every day. Sometimes I have rice. Rarely, like twice a week I'll have rice. No, I don't eat any vegetables.
So your carbs are a lot lower.
Yeah, they're low.
Okay.
Very low.
How's your digestion?
It's gotten better.
It's gotten better.
Yeah, you know, used to be
For people that don't know, he used to ass blast.
used to be pure liquid only. We finally moved on to solids now, so that's good. But yeah,
You look good, dude. How much do you weigh?
thank you. I went to bed 202 yesterday.
Oh shit!
I know.
I remember
Yeah.
I remember when we were checking the scale one time. It was
Talking like a
190.
bodybuilder.
I know,
You check
yeah.
your weight at night and stuff too.
I do. I
Very
didn't check
nice.
it this morning though. Yeah,
Cool,
I was scared I'd be under 200. I would. Here's what I always say. I want Anthony one day to coach me in a natural competition. I want him to do it. I think it'll be a good time.
I'll do
Remember
it.
When I first met Frank, you were very skinny.
Yeah. Actually,
You
when
had
I
to be
first
like
met Kyle,
25
he used to ask me to train with him all the time, and then out of nowhere, that was it. Like, I was too much of a loser for him, and he wouldn't ask me to do shit.
That's not.
But all right, well, I gotta go now.
All right, thanks for
Thanks for
joining
having me.
man. Yeah, it's-
Be back one day.
yeah. All right.
Yo, dreams.
Funny.
You want to wrap it up here?
Dude, I love Frank.
Yeah, we can wrap it up.
What time are we at?
56.
Oh, yeah, that's all right.
Yeah, that's good. It's good
Yeah, it's a
enough.
good episode. All right, Kyle, go close it.
Well, thank you all for listening as always and supporting the channel. Hopefully Anthony's Instagram is back soon and we'll be able to promote it a little bit more. But editing this episode is probably out post Arnold, so hopefully our predictions are right. If they're not,
I was the only one that gave
Sorry.
predictions. Besides, you guys gave Hottie. No, you guys didn't go to a classic.
I did Samson. I said yours, except I would have switched out Terrence with Michael.
Michael. Okay.
well, we know what prediction is definitely wrong. Not having Terrence in top 5 is definitely wrong. So, but maybe it might be right. I hope not.
God, dude.
Dude,
It's
we
okay.
love you, Terrence.
So anyway, for those of you that also we appreciate the support with Young LA. We have a next drop coming on March 5th, so I don't know.
This will be out the day after the drop.
So if you guys still want to support us the day after the drop, that's fine. We have code ANT, Grant, and Sir. And I think that's about it.
That's it. That's it for this episode, guys.
Thanks as
Take
always.
Toodaloo.